Hello everybody, in this video we're going to talk about how to write the equation of a parabola given a graph that has the directrix or the focus and the fact that the vertex of our parabola is at the origin. Okay, so we're going to look at 4 examples. We're going to dive right into it. We're going to look at 2 examples where we have a graph and then 2 examples where we just have some information about the directrix or the focus and the fact that the vertex is at the origin. Okay, so let's look at number 1. We have our parabola that is opening down, and so we know that it's going to be y equals. And we have our directrix that is listed at y equals 3, okay? So if our directrix is at y equals 3, we know that our focus is at 0, negative 3, right? So 0, negative 3, this would be our focus, okay? So now the focus, that's where the p value comes in. So we know that our original equation is y equals 1 over 4p x squared. Okay, so now we know that p would be this negative 3 value here. So now we can substitute that in. So we get y equals 1 over 4 times negative 3x squared. And that's going to give us y equals negative 1 over 12x squared for our equation of that parabola. Okay, now let's look at number 2. Now we have a parabola that opens up. So it's still y equals, but we know this time we should have a positive value. Instead of a negative 1 over 12, we're going to have some kind of positive value. So once again, we are given the directrix, and so the directrix is at y equals negative 2.5. So we know that our focus would be at 0, positive 2.5. So this would be 1, 2. So 2.5 would be right here. This would be our focus, 0, 2.5. So now we know that we're going to have y equals 1 over 4p x squared. That's our original equation. And now we're going to plug in 2.5 for p. So y equals 1 over 4 times 2.5 x squared, and that's going to give us y equals 1 over 10, and that is x squared. Okay, so we get y equals 1/10 x squared for number 2. Okay, all right, now for 3 and 4, we don't have a graph, we just have on number 3 we're given the directrix, and then on number 4 we're given the focus. So for number 3, notice that the directrix says x equals, so that's going to be a vertical line, which means our parabola is going to open either to the left or to the right. Okay, so now this means our equation should be x equals 1 over 4p y squared. And so now we just need to figure out what p is. So we're given the directrix x equals negative 10. So that means our focus would be positive 10, 0, which means we have our p value, which is 10. So now we can take 10 and plug it in for p. So 1 over 4 times 10, y squared, and we get x equals 1 over 40 y squared, and that would be the equation of that parabola. And for the last one, we are given the focus, so we automatically know what our p value is. It is this negative 2 right here. So once again, notice that this is negative 2, 0, so our focus is now on we move to the left of our vertex, right? And so now that means our parabola is going to open left or right. And so in this case, it's going to be opening left because our focus is on the interior of our parabola. Okay, so we can write this as x equals 1 over 4p times y squared. And we can plug in negative 2 for p. So 1 over 4 times negative 2 y squared. And we get our final equation of x equals negative 1 over 8 y squared. Okay, and that's how you can write the equation of a parabola given the focus or directrix and the fact that the vertex of the parabola is at the origin.